Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So, today let's talk about the use of colors in interior designing. Like some of the mathematics subject, like trigonometry, the colors wheel is one of those things that we learned about in a school and haven't thought of since then. So, we'll have to simply go to the basic. For that, you may have to dust off some of that knowledge. There are three types of colors: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Primary and secondary colors are mixed together to make tertiary colors. So primary three colors, secondary three colors. By mixing, we can make six tertiary shades. You might have wondered how come 12 when we see seven colors in the rainbow. So let's talk about changing colors with the neutrals. So once you have selected a basic colors, it's easy to create many different versions within the same family. All you need to do is combine that color with a neutral in order to make it lighter or darker. In interior design sector, this is known as tinting, shading and toning. So tinting is the act of lighting a color by adding white to it. Second, shading, the act of darkening a color by adding a black to it. And toning, slightly darkening a color by adding gray to it. So I will now explain the colors, their use and some of the Feng Shui principles for psychological benefits. So there are neutral colors. White, black and brown are three neutral colors. They are versatile for many uses. So let's take first white. So white represents purity, goodness and cleanliness. Too much white is sometimes associated with sterility, like in a medical setting. White can be elegant and open up a space when used in moderation with strategic color pop accents. This color is also great for walls in a smaller room that you want to make feel larger. Then second neutral color is black. Black is not recommended for a dominant color in any room except maybe in a home theater. This color is powerful, elegant and best used in moderation. It can serve as grounding agent to balance a lighter colored room and for adding contrast. The third neutral color is brown. It represents a neutral color that can feel very grounding in accents as it is associated in the mind with wood, organics and stability. Be careful of overuse though, as monochromatic areas may dull your senses or make you sleepy. If you are not a big color fan, try to add some brighter accents to the room. So another type is warmer colors. So warmer colors, red and pink are warm colors. These colors energize and increase appetite. So see, red represents fire, love and anger. It reminds us of passionate energy. This color can increase metabolism and blood pressure for better or worse. This powerful color should be used sparingly or for specific purpose in Feng Shui. In Feng Shui, it represents good fortune. Then another one is pink. So pink is a warmer which represents happiness, love and peace. It is a great option for lovers of red as a calming alternative. Great for children's bedroom. Third type of color is colder color. So colder colors are blue and purple are colder colors. Those colors relax the mind and decrease appetite. So let's take an example of blue. Blue represents confidence, openness and stability. The most popular colors for living rooms is light blue for calming but avoiding darker blues so as they can invoke feelings of sadness. Purple represents luxury, ambition, creativity and wealth. This is a very versatile colors for amongst any room or any purpose. There is a lot to talk about colors. We will keep talking more on colors in some of the upcoming episodes. Hope you liked it. For additional design tips, kindly visit our website www.suninterestpune.com or call 8888034242. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you until we meet again. Thank you.